The price tag of another player who's most wanted by Kaizer Chiefs has been revealed. And this club, after doing so well, they've just fumbled a huge decision. We're also going to talk about the 3 goalkeepers that the club wants to sign and what a player who has played under Nazareth Nabi says Nabi is like. Hello and welcome to Khosi Nation Fan TV. I am Pilo, I am your host, and this is where fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs. Khosi Football Club. Let's start with the bad news. Kevin Johnson is going back and is going to be the head of youth at Kaizer Chiefs. And I know someone will jump in and say, hey Mpilo, this is Kevin Johnson. This is the person who has been discovering youth talent for a long time. And I'm like, okay, let's talk about a recent player that is discovered in the last 5 years. Let's talk about the last 10 years. Because people, we hang on to someone was good back then. It's like saying, yeah, Uchomo, Coach Bafana, and he deserves another chance now. But that was long time ago. Kevin Johnson did all of those things, but how long ago was that? Long time ago. So that man, we saw that he's out of touch with modern football. And yet we are going to take him to basically be head of developing the future of Kaizer Chiefs while he can't even keep in touch with the present. I do not understand why they made this decision. This is me though. If you think otherwise, let me know down on the comment section. Now let's talk about what this guy, I have to read his name. Yusuf Antuna, who used to play under Nazareth Nabi. He explains that Nazareth Nabi is that type of a coach who does not want to deal with egotistic players. He says that if you have ego and you are in a dressing room, he's going to set you right. And that made my heart go, yes, 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 yes. And I checked as well. Someone corrected me also yesterday that there is a Throne Cup, the one that Unabi still has to play. The final is on Monday, the 1st of July, which means Nabi will only be available to come to Chiefs after that. Now, let's talk about the signings, because Elias Mokwana, according to Goal, is reported that he's wanted by Kaizer Chiefs. And at only 24, the price tag is like, oh, Polokwane City, Sekhukhune United wants a lot for that player, because they want 20 million for the player who plays mostly as a right wing. And I decided, hey, let's do a bit of comparison between him and Osuna Police. Okay, starting with Mokwana is 24, Police is 23, right? 22, I mean. And then Mokwana played 25 games and he scored 4 goals and assisted 4 times. So that means 8 goal contributions in 25 league matches. On the other hand, Police 29 games, 6 goals, 3 assists, 9 goal contributions in 29 matches. So basically, it's not that different. Positioning wise, you have Mokwana who plays mostly as a right winger, but he can play as a left winger, but mostly as a right winger. And then you have Police who plays mostly as a left winger, and he plays as an attacking midfielder as well. And if you look at their price tags, Police will only cost 8 million according to the reports from last week, and then Mokwana will cost 20 million. That's a 12 million difference for a player who's 2 years older than the other one. I understand it's not like, oh, he's too old, but I'm saying the other one has potential that he can even be better than Mokwana, obviously, because right now they are doing the same numbers, yet one is 2 years older. So if our Kaizer Chiefs, given the fact that even Nabi is reportedly wanting Police to come to Chiefs, I would say just go for Police. But if there's some of you who think we should go for both, although I wonder where Chiefs is going to get 28 million, that would be interesting to hear. Do you think this is a reasonable price for Elias Mokwana, 20 million rands? Let me know down on the comment section below. Now, let's talk about the goalkeepers who are wanted by Kaizer Chiefs. But before we do that, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are enjoying the content. We're trying to reach 100,000 subscribers before the end of the year. So every subscription matters. Let's go. Now, let's talk about these 3 goalkeepers. Starting with, this is a new name because I never saw it. I have never seen it before. Edward Mawosa, sorry, the light is too blinding. Edward Mawosa is a goalkeeper, 30-year-old goalkeeper who currently plays for University of Pretoria. He is obviously not a South African because he's Namibian, Um, I look at this and I'm like, he's playing in the lower division and Chiefs wants to get him up. Is he going to start? Like, is he going to move from University of Pretoria and come to Kaizer Chiefs and start playing? Because I also look at his career. Like, he's played in SA, then went back to Namibia, then came back to SA again. So I'm like, if you, Yabona, I trust players who have stayed in certain teams for like 2-3 years. I'm like, okay, this one has been consistently getting better in this team, so we can go for him. But umuntu who's changing teams all the time, especially with the Chiefs, a team that Lebo Manyama describes as players go there and they get comfortable. I wouldn't want a person to come to Chiefs and get comfortable. But then again, maybe the man has grown. But then we also know that he's 30 and people start talking about age if you are over 30. I know that for goalkeepers, 30 does not mean you are that old, but I mean, these are not like players in Europe, so it's different. And the other one is Ufia Krentwari. This, by the way, is reported by Unplayable. Ufia Krentwari, who currently plays for ETS Galaxy. I will tell you now about him after I talk about this other goalkeeper, who is Uneblu. Uneblu is the Angolan goalkeeper who's currently playing in the Angolan league, obviously. So I look at all these keepers and I'm like, okay, Uneblu is playing in Angola. So bringing him to SA, it's tricky on its own. Having to adapt to the environment and all of that stuff. Yes, being a goalkeeper, you're just standing in one place. It's not like you're running up and down and all of that stuff. And then you have, we saw how players sometimes who are not, who are foreigners struggle to adapt, even if it's not about the playing, but it's the language, it's the people who are around you. And then you have the tax goalkeeper. I'm like, nah, yeah, he still has to get to PSL level and adapt. I think that's also a problem. So if you actually want to get any goalkeeper, the one goalkeeper I've seen to be comfortable on the ball is Untwari, because clearly the issue with Makula, the issue with the Chippa United goalkeeper, obviously those like are now being pushed aside, and these three goalkeepers are the main ones. But from you guys, I've seen some of you want Uveli Moto to be signed to Kaizer Chiefs. Which one between these three goalkeepers do you actually think would make sense coming to Kaizer Chiefs? Do let me know down on the comment section below. Follow me on Instagram, please. I mean, I need followers on Instagram. We need to reach 1,000 followers. For those of you who are wondering, why am I asking you to follow me on Instagram? It's simple. That's where people are, because I want to interview people in this channel. But if you're inboxing people with like 200 followers, they don't take you serious. They think you're a chancer. So please, let's grow my Instagram account, because by growing that, it will help me bring guests for you in this channel. So go there and follow me and check out these videos that I made. One where I talk about what is Kaizer Chiefs' way, and the other one that YouTube thinks you might like. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, remember, equals Alpelumo.